it's Raindrop, and I'm rocking with the Dojo Sho. Mwah.
Who it is, Trap Bigga, man. You already know what's going on. I'm rocking out with the Dojo Sho. Yeah.
What's up? It's your girl, Rennie Bucci, and you know I'm rocking with the Dojo Show.
Yo, what's going on? It's your main man, DJ Hadouken. We got it to the streets, man. We are the champions. You know what I'm saying? I got something exquisite in the building at the Dojo Show. You know what I'm saying? You know, we say art of the streets, but I think it's important, you know what I'm saying? We bring something that's authentic, that is the technique, that is the condition of the streets. Kingpin, OG Kingpin, rap Juggernaut.
Blessings.
What's going on with you, OG?
Shit, I finished my Chinese food over here, sipping on this little Henny. I'm in the dojo. What you remember? Do I got a bow?
Yeah, you got a bow. You know what? You know, whatever vibe you like. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I'm in your house. You know, you gotta wipe the feet and take your head off when you come to somebody else's house. I gotta do how you do it.
Okay.
You say drink some Hennessy and Coke. We drinking Hennessy. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
We're drinking cognac and Coke. We're not projecting. Did they cut a check?
Yeah.
They did. Yeah. We're drinking Hennessy and Coke.
No, they didn't.
We're drinking cognac and Coke. Take it again. We're drinking cognac and Coke here. from the island of France. Is it cognac? Is that the island in France?
I think so. Something like that.
Is it surrounded by water? 3 bodies? Might be a peninsula. Who knows? So we're here, bro. It's hot as fuck outside.
So talk about yourself to just get people to know who you are. Like, so where did Kingpin come from originally?
I used to be the streets Kingpin originally, right? And then it got old one day, and I pulled over on the side of the road, and I deleted all my social media accounts, and I slung my phone in the ocean. And then like 4 months later, I was in the lobby of a hotel, and there was an award show going on, ironically, at the same time. And then I met a couple old people, and kind of brought me back into the fold. And then I became the rap Juggernaut ever since. Because my old shit was already taken and I deleted and couldn't figure out how to get back into it. So.
06, 07?
Probably.
06, okay.
Sometime. Before how long have I been living in Atlanta? I've been living in Atlanta about 10 years. So yeah, probably about 06, 07. Maybe about 04. Maybe. Ain't no telling. Sometime around there. I smoke a lot of weed. I couldn't tell you what I ate for breakfast. But I quit the music business 3 times every day. If I don't quit at least 3 times every day, I'm not doing something right.
Wait, why?
You're gonna quit. It's what I love. You know, it's like a woman in a bad relationship. She knows she can do better. She knows she can do so much more. She knows her worth, but she keeps coming back. I keep coming back. I love this shit. I'm addicted. This is my addiction.
But you don't feel like your worth is
It's my addiction. It doesn't matter what I feel. It's what I want every day. It's what I wake up. It's what I do. It's what I am. Everything I do is built around it. If I'm gonna go when you smoke weed. If you go anywhere, you gotta smoke weed. You gotta have weed on you. You gotta make sure you got weed, which you gotta be good weed. So you're gonna work to get extra good weed. Sometimes we ain't got good weed, you're gonna scrounge up to get the little bit of the same shit. It's my addiction. So I don't care if it's a small victory, if it's a big victory. If my clients get to do a free performance or if they get a paid performance. If I get a placement on 1 mixtape or I get a placement on 100 playlists. I'm addicted to winning. And I'm addicted to winning at the music business. So nothing else matters.
I mean, because you've been in this game for a minute. You are the innovation of this culture, especially in the Midwest and Southern region. I feel like you've always been consistent with this game, and you're one of the people that is an OG to the streets and can be touched, it can be felt and deal with people. And why are you like that?
I mean, I like to be accessible to people. I got a tab with a big guy upstairs, right? So me and Bigga taught me this a long time ago. You know, you'll never become a king until you crown one. So my face is good in the industry. My face is good out here in the streets. So I don't have to hide behind anybody. I don't have to not post my phone number and not tell you where I'm gonna be at. I ain't took no money from nobody. I ain't crossed nobody. I ain't done no fuck shit. So I'm able to go out amongst the people and hang out with the people. And truth be told, that's where it is that I figure out how to get the content to the people, is by dealing with the people. Everything sounds good until it's actually put in motion. And once it's put in motion, it's a whole different kit and caboodle. So we like to touch the people. That's the beauty of the Promo Vatican. We're the prayers for help answered. And the only people that make prayers are the people, the common folk. Rich folk don't pray. They celebrate.
True. You and Bigga Rankin first got up at the SEA back in like 06, correct?
Man, the first time I literally locked in with Bigga, the first time I ever seen Bigga was at the SEA Awards, right? It was the first time I had seen him in person. Then we had seen him at the Ozone Awards in Florida. And we got a stamp from him. And then somehow, some way, shape, or form, we were at an award show and something happened. And
you talking about the Ozone Magazine Awards in
Miami?
In Miami, okay. Shout out to Julia.
Right. And something happened where it ended up we couldn't make it to another award show that we were at with him, and then we ended up complaining that people gave us free hotel stays and all kinds of shit, right? So, the next city we went to, we ended up getting a car and drove to the next city, and the next city we were into, there was an event that Bigga Rankin and Tony Neal were at. And then we went to the next city, and the next city we went to, there was an event that Bigga Rankin and Tony Neal were at. And then we drove to Gainesville for a music summit there, and who was there? Tony Neal and Bigga Rankin. And then that night they were in Jacksonville, and there was a concert. Who was on stage with them? It was us. They were looking at us like, what the fuck? So they were like, y'all following us? Like, are y'all flying behind us? We're like, we're driving. They were like, driving? How's that possible? So that was the beginning of the Roadhawgs, if you will. That's what started it all. That's what started 20 days a month.
The Roadhawg.
20 days a month. 20 days a month is what we did. That's what we've been doing it for like going on almost 15 years, 10, 15 years.
So, I feel like you really have, I don't know where to start really, but I can start somewhere. I feel like you've innovated the mixtape culture. You've seen it grow from DJs breaking records to now going to iTunes, Spotify playlists, and so forth.
The mixtape always exists. The mixtape in essence is a person's preference. You had DJs that would put out mixes, but that's not what a mixtape is. A mixtape was a collection of songs. So anybody could have made a mixtape. And there are websites where you can go collect mixtapes now. And they're called, playlists. Except these mixtapes, they go with us everywhere we go, our phones. So, as the culture changes, so do we. We have to evolve with it. So now where a DJ was responsible for taking records that somebody may not have heard of and putting them on a mixtape and creating a large platform. Now social media has really forced you to show your worth. Can you take that same fan base and translate those into followers or listeners on a particular platform? Now keep in mind, the average fan, the person that we rely on to help us become successful, that we help these artists become mega millionaires, they don't have credit cards. They're broke. They're poor. They don't have no money. They don't pay $14.99 for Spotify. Once you cross over into the threshold into where you're a popular artist and then you start to appeal to the mainstream, but shit, I'm passing around a CD right now with a 126 gram slab of cocaine on the front of it. I can't go to Lennox and pass that out. You know what I mean? So you have to, it's more to it than just saying one facet of it, or we did this, or we weren't responsible for this, or we've evolved. And being able to be with Bigga and being able to deal with DJs like DJ Win and DJ Scream or Ace or DNA, P Cutter, the list Khaled, original Khaled mixtapes, with shout out to Kiko. Smalls. Who name it, bro? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? And just the fact that, we've been able to either put an artist in a position to get one of those mixtapes, or as a marketing company, we've supported one of those mixtapes, or as people with placements, we've placed artists on some of these mixtapes. That's an incredible feat for us. And we've been able to do it consistency at a high level because of the people that we surround ourselves with, because it's more than just me. And that's one of the beautiful things about what the Vatican was, right? The Vatican is originally created to be the best representatives of each of their own lane. So the Vatican could be publicists. The Vatican could be DJs, which it is. The Vatican could be industry professionals, which it is. The Vatican could be playlist curators, which it is. The Vatican could be street team, which it is. The Vatican could be radio DJs, which it is. Program directors, which it is. It's kind of like a secret society, if you will, to where we all understand the value of strength in numbers. And when these like-minded individuals get behind a project, it becomes unstoppable. Because the way that we deliver the project to the people is something that's receptive to that target demographic. The majority of the people that follow me because I work hard.
No, I agree with that.
They don't follow me for any other reason. I just so happen to put winners in the game. So as I'm putting winners in the game, I'm working hard. They're like, oh shit, that works.
So, give me a second.
You got a fart or something? Cut.
Nah, it's just, all right. That was just a throw off. So, 2014, I know that I say 2014-15, you went back and forth and doing coast to coast tour.
Yep.
And how did that come about with you and Big DM going on the road and whatnot and trading out from Fats and so forth?
We've always helped Fats. We've been with Coast to Coast and orchestrating in some way, shape, or form from the very beginning. With Bigga coming through and hosting a lot of events and taking them into certain cities and certain markets that they wouldn't have had access to until they would have gotten further on down the line. Because make no mistake about it, what Coast to Coast has provided for the culture of hip-hop is something that it's an annotation on the history timeline. Coast to Coast has impacted the culture in every way, shape, or form. From the digital side to servicing records to providing artists with a platform like the Showcase to perform. Now, the downside is, do artists work the system? No. And that comes with any showcase. Artists automatically assume, or their teams automatically assume that When you'll pay for a service, or when you pay for a placement, when you pay for this, that, and the third, that's automatically going to solve all of your problems. And when an artist participates in a coast-to-coast function, yes, they have to pay for it. They have to pay for it because the venue has to be paid for. The judges have to be paid for. The sound has to be paid for. The light has to be paid for. The deposits on the venue has to be paid for. All the marketing has to be paid for. Myself and DM have to drive to these cities. Vehicle, food, hotel stay, hour pay, video footage. So now what on the artist does is they're going to get tickets. These tickets are going to have a dollar value on them. So if these artists want to either A, sell those tickets, they could sell it at $10 or anything up to that value to make some of the money back that they paid. So if they have a fan base, this is a great way to get your fan base to pay. Or if they don't have a fan base and they're building one, it's a great way for them to do a giveaway and say, hey, I got $100 worth of tickets for the next 10 people that come and like my pictures or whatever it is. So where they fail as they don't take advantage from everything. It's like getting on when you were DJ OKC, getting on a DJ OKC mixtape, right?
DJ OK the
right?
General.
So it was getting on there and waiting for you to push the motherfucker and for you to market it. Not saying, okay, it's going to be on there. It's got a countdown. Y'all come fuck with my dog. Y'all spread the word. So most people they want to be healthy. They don't want to have to go through the treatment to get healthy. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, most definitely. Like the tour, I remember you and
Before we say anything else, coast to coast is definitely a remedy. They're definitely a way for you to take what you have at the beginning and polish it to get to a final stage to where you can benefit. I personally have witnessed them give away $350,000 checks to people that have won it. I personally, pass that Jay. I personally have gone through and have witnessed people that were introduced to DJs and within 3 to 4 months have gone on and broke. We used the coast to coast to break Cool America.
Yeah, I do remember that, yeah.
We took Cool America and put them on the road, and every city that coast to coast stepped foot in, they stepped foot in. Every time there was a venue, something going on, they were in there. Why? Because there was at least 3 DJs judging, 1 DJ playing the music, 1 DJ hosting, and at least 3 to 4 other DJs in the crowd. So that meant there was 7 to 8 tastemakers per city, every city.
Okay, so the Cool Makers, Cool America. So I noticed, I remember 2016, 17, I was watching everywhere y'all was going,
right,
from Ohio to Kentucky,
Midwest, right,
Memphis, the whole 9, and then Cool America do their thing, AMG, and then it just drops down.
Cool America, whatever, went to jail, the other one had a baby.
So
life happened. Life happens and it comes at you fast. In this business, you're only as hot as what you've done now. And unless you're building a fan base, the Cool America, their record got bigger than they could. Their record was bigger than them, and they took all the proper steps.
But here's my thing: where's the line between being a freshman in the game to going to the sophomore, junior, senior? A consistency.
There are people that have been performing at new artist showcases for 5 years. Just being 100 with you. So that whole freshman, junior, that's for albums. That's why nobody releases albums anymore. Ask Rick Ross how albums do. You're better off releasing 12 singles throughout the year. You're going to stream better. You're going to get more downloads. You get a better listenership. You can do giveaways. Albums are what artists sell because they want to put it out there for their ego. It's not a digital, it's not an age for albums anymore. That's number one. But if it were an age for albums, and albums are the benchmark of what you want to drop it at and do your thing, then there's a way to market that album. There really is. There's a way to market every project on there. And Cool America had everything going for them. And what they didn't do was work their system. It was already done for them. They had already had their name and their songs had got bigger than their work ethic. And because of one of them made a couple bad decisions and the other one made a couple bad decisions, whatever it was, it went its separate ways. But they've all flourished as individual artists, with
Most
features
definitely.
with Pee Wee Longway and Bally just dropped another project, and they're getting ready to drop another project now with Zaytoven as Cool America. They've hashed out their differences, and they're getting ready to make music. The problem with this business is that once you stop, you have to start all over again, and they didn't understand that process. They were young. When we got those kids, they were 16 and 17 years old. Buddha bless. Everybody that was involved in the AMG situation is at the next level. And I want you to think and analyze that. From the label, just being an independent label, to opening 2 of the biggest clubs that Atlanta's ever seen. From every executive at the label going on to running another executive level or flourishing at their own individual, to Buddha being one of the hottest sought after producers in the business right now.
Buddha, bless this beat.
Right.
Yeah.
So everybody that was involved with that situation in one way, shape, or form has flourished and gone on to the next level. Even the people that brought us to the labels have all since ascended to different roles in the music industry. There's nobody that stayed stagnant, including Cool America. We just moved differently, which brought our growth a little bit faster than theirs. Theirs needed a bit more of maturity in order to evolve to what it's becoming now.
No, I just know you also are not just a street A&R, but you also are like a manager. And I know that this shit can be stressful to the core.
Well, you managing is for the exception. The word itself, manager. See that cup right there, bro? The word itself, manager, to me scares me. I don't want to be anybody's manager. I have a hard time managing my own life. I can manage somebody else's. But we do offer situations and advice and consultation, and make no mistake about it, any project that I'm involved in, anything that you see my brand name on, I'm knee deep in. I have to be, because now my name is tied to the success and the failure. Because if it fails, it's going to be because Kingpin didn't do his job. And if it wins, it's because, they had all of that shit going on. It's not going to be because only that piece. It's going to be because they had it all working together. So where somebody else is weak or where somebody else may be falling short, as long as we're involved in the communication process of it, my team is efficient enough and sufficient enough to step in and fill the void for any type of incompetency that may come because of lack of knowledge throughout individuals that we may be surrounded with. You can't tell a rich motherfucker nothing, right? And most of these guys that have labels are rich motherfuckers, because this is the only cash business. They're not walking around asking for $30,000 checks for mixtapes and country music. Right? So that being said and done, we have to understand the people that we do business with. The people that we do business with, the word paperwork is ugly. That has some type of legal and criminal implication on it. Paperwork means I'm signing something and I don't want to put my name on nothing. That's why all of their shit belongs in somebody else's name. So we don't take all of this shit into consideration when we're in the process of trying to participate in the music business. We just wake up and we think everything is supposed to be cool, and that's not fair. Fair is a place where they judge pigs. This has nothing to do with fair. It has everything to do with the strong eating the weak. If you're not prepared, then the people who are prepared will take advantage of you, and that is a fact of life. That's not the music business. That's life. If you walk into anything unprepared, those that are prepared are going to walk away, emerge victorious. And make no mistake about it, the rap game is a rat race to the top. Yes, I'm cordial with everybody. Yes, I want everybody to win. There's enough out here for everybody. No, you will not beat me.
No, not at all. I don't
Fair enough. And that's how I approach every situation. We could be the best of friends, and I'm going to work with you and help you get to whatever it is you feel you need to be the best at your level. And I will never prevent you from being better than anybody you ever think you can be. But in my eyes, I will show up an hour before you and I will leave an hour after you. And I will take your best and I will outwork them twice on Sunday. Right? Because my goal has always been to be the prescription in the rap game. I want to be who you have to come see to get better.
No, because I feel I feel like the campaigning, when an artist is really wanting to campaign, even when I was young, I would say, man, you going to have to get up with Kingpin because Rap Juggernaut's the person to go to. I always seen it like that. But can you say...
Mainly more so than ever, but now it's been with different things now. We've been blessed, myself and my business partners, Toady, to formulate a distribution company. So now we offer artist distribution. Sweetest deal of the city. Any artists that are interested, contact ArtRevSoul, ARTREVSOL @gmail.com, ArtRevSoul @gmail.com. The shit that you guys have to deal with some of these... Let me rewind. I shameless plugged myself so that people understand one thing about me and everybody that I surround myself with. There's no business, there's no service in this game that is built to benefit the artist. The service is built to provide a service. And if the artist and their team are not prepared, or are not versed, or are not educated, or are not savvy enough to either create their own process or exploit the current process to suit and cater to their needs, how the other ones that have manipulated the process to suit and cater to theirs, then you either have to have the time to figure it out or the money to pay a motherfucker who did. ArtRevSoul, we specialize in providing a service that benefits the artist, because the companies that are providing it is the Promo Vatican, is Team Bigga Rankin, is Core DJs, is Cool Running DJs, is DMJ Music Group, is Too Lit TV, and so forth and so on. Because under this umbrella, there is a force that cannot be stopped. And that's why I call myself the Rap Juggernaut. because I don't go around shit. I don't go under it. I go through it.
Gotcha. The Diamond Awards. You've been rocking with Bigga with that for a long time. Orchestrating it.
Business partners at first for too long.
How did that all come about, the Diamond Awards?
The Ghetto Grabbies. Used to be the Ghetto Grabbies till we got the cease and desist for the Grabby Awards. Shout out to the Grabby people at the cease and desist. So that was a short run. It lasted about 5 or 6 years at the Ghetto Grabbies. And then it went on to Bigga. You know, Bigga's the kindest person that I've ever met in my life. I've seen Bigga carry people that he's had no business carrying. I've seen him support people that have spit in his face. I've seen him help people that had no business being helped. And he did it all under the same thought that he's instilled in all of us, that our blessings come from God, our blessings don't come from man. So that being said and done, the Diamond Awards is Bigga's way of acknowledging the hard work and the contribution that some of these artists and their teams put into making and creating some of these records and videos and things of that nature. He offers it up to the public. So, you know, once he offers nominations, people will go online and they would nominate. Then based off the nominations, the list would get generated, the names of people for categories, people to vote for. People would go on and vote, and whoever got the most votes would win. And trust me, it was every year, it was an abortion. It was the one thing I hated to do every year. I hated the Diamond Awards because there was no pleasing everybody. You know, the honor comes in being nominated. That's why a motherfucker is always going to be known as Oscar nominated. Once you get nominated for an Oscar, until they put you in the fucking ground or until you win one, you're always going to be Oscar nominated. Because the honor comes in being recognized for the award. Winning the award sets you apart. Right? And most people think that winning the award is what makes them. Winning the award is but an accolade on the wall, bro. It's just something for you to charge another $10 an hour.
What the Roadhawg? I know you get out there. What was the most craziest city that you went to?
Du Bois. Was it Du Bois?
Des Moines.
Du Bois. Fucking hair broke by this big, bro. It's crazy shit. This is the world. Had a little Chinese lady fucked it up. We couldn't even put a dead in that bitch. It had like 8 pounds of meat on it. It was crazy. It was ridiculous. Like, it was literally this big, bro. When they brought it out, they bring it out like you were at the club. Fucking fire sprinklers and fucking sparklers and people clapping and shit. And everybody in the rest is fucking obnoxious when they bring. We got 3 of them.
But you had Brahms, right?
Say it again.
Brahms.
Yeah. Shit on the Brahms wanted to shit on this. What Jethro's?
Jethro's,
and I went to a spot in San Antonio, Texas.
The cinnamon roll.
Listen, bro, they had a fucking 8. No, it was a 3 pound. A 3 pound cinnamon roll. It was the size of a Thanksgiving turkey, right? And then I got the fucking the Texas size chicken fried steak. You know how they have the metal shit that they make the extra large pizza on? That's what the chicken fried steak came on. It was 1 chicken fried steak. And it had 3 bowls of mashed potatoes, 3 bowls of gravy, 3 bowls of corn. It was just fucking ridiculous.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But definitely Jethro's, shout out to Jethro's in Des Moines, by far the biggest and baddest hamburger I've ever had. Now, best food, different story. Best food, shout out to Lolo's Chicken and Waffles in Dallas, Fort Worth. Shout out to Good Luck Cafe in Deep Ellum in Dallas.
Yep.
Shout out to Fire Food and Spirits in New Orleans.
Fire Food and Spirits. New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans is the spot. Shout out to Captain Sal's, best crawfish you're gonna have in your life. Shout out to Hot Food Express in Baton Rouge. That's Baton Rouge, ain't it, OG?
Lafayette.
Yeah, that's Lafayette. Shout out to Hot Food Express in
We went to
Lafayette.
Highland Express in Baton Rouge, where we first had the
Midway Sandwich Shop in Midway, Kentucky had the best Cuban sandwich I've ever had in my life, and I grew up in Miami.
Damn.
Cold fucking blood, bro. We pulled up and there was a Mini Cooper limo in front of this shit. We're like, what? Like, you're riding down a street and it's nothing but plantations with historical markers. This was a slave plantation, and I'm like, DM, where the fuck are we? Because he wanted to go get a bottle of some type of liquor from some distillery. So we get off and it's like, oh, they're saying one of the best sandwich shops in the world is here. Let's go get it. So we pull up and there was a fucking PT Cruiser limo in front of this place. I'm like, come on, the line wrapped around the block. I'm like, this should be interesting, dog. We park, we get in line, wait, that motherfucker almost got attacked by bees twice. We get inside that motherfucker and they're like, hurry up and buy. There's no customer service. Come on, what you need? Get it and go. Come on, move on down like people, because people is lined up around the block. Bro, I guarantee you, that motherfucking sandwich is about this big, bro. I didn't get halfway through the first sandwich before I wrapped that bitch up and got back in line. I was like, I'm finna get another one to go. No wrap cap added. Yes, bro, that shit was fucking bananas. I got it. And then the other one was a Kentucky Derby sandwich or some shit that was fucking stupid. There's a Peruvian restaurant in Overland Park, Kansas. That I don't, for the life of me, I can't figure out the name of it, but it's ridiculous.
Yes.
Stuntivity. La Carreta in Miami. Latin Cafe 2000 in Miami, Bananas. I mean, what kind of food are you looking for, bro? I've eaten a little bit everywhere, dog. The Roadhawgs were like 15,000 hashtags in, bro.
I'm just saying, because I know Roadhog is more than just
At
food.
Roadhawgs, too. We just started the Instagram page. Believe it or not, bro, I was like, just a hashtag. I'm good with just a hashtag because there are more people that once you eat with us, you're officially a member of the Roadhawgs. So we'll be 8. So technically, you're a member of the Roadhawgs.
Okay, shit.
Yeah, we broke bread. So technically, you're a member of the Roadhawgs. Whenever you break bread with the CEO of the Roadhawgs, bro, you're a Roadhog. So technically. But that's how we do. So now you go out and eat, and I expect you to tag all your shit with all your fantastic food. Roadhawgs, man. We want the other fat motherfuckers to get on the road. We originally started it as a way for musicians to go into the cities and pick out, have something different. You know, you always want to, what's good in the city? I have an eclectic taste buds. You know, I'm the chicken wing, steak kind of guy. He wants to eat the fucking eggplant souffle and all the extra good shit. You know what I'm saying? And then Big Cuz will come in with the pho and let's go eat Vietnamese food or some left field shit. So it's a good collection of us. You feel me? Because we're always trying something different. But then with bringing other people in, it gives us the ability to have, you know, healthy food options. Because we got vegans that are members of the Roadhawks, believe it or not, and they be eating some monster vegan shit. I had a homeboy of mine that ate a fucking, shout out to Campbell, had a big ass mushroom fucking hamburger. It was looked at me. I wouldn't eat it. I'm fuck vegetables. I want my shit fried, smothered in gravy with pork fat boiled in it. You feel me? I'm the healthy alternative.
Got you.
Yeah.
So let's, you know, I just wanted to know what that Roadhog shit was about.
We pick out, bro. We smoke good gas and we eat good food. Just a couple hard. Our slogan is just some hard-working guys that eat good. That's us.
So let's talk about politics of the culture, especially in the underground market.
Come on with it. It should be fun.
We're in Atlanta, but the thing is,
the finesse capital of the world. I love Atlanta.
Yeah, finesse capital of the world.
I love Atlanta though. It's my favorite city that I've ever lived in by far. It's helped me raise 2 children. Come on with it.
I got you. I noticed that in this market, a lot of indie artists from minor markets will come here and try to think that they kind of got it together, but don't got a team. And I know that you've dealt with this probably 1,000 times, where an artist is he or she got a big dope ass record where they're at, but they don't know how to market, and it's always a problem. Or a miniature.
They don't want to spend the money. Most of them don't want to spend the money. Listen, it's not Atlanta. Atlanta's where everybody comes to pursue the dream. It's like when actors were going to Hollywood at one time and everybody was going there to land the role in a movie. So every producer comes here to land placements. Every engineer comes here to land studio time, internships in studios. And every rapper comes here looking to get on to the next big hit. It's one of the only cities that I've ever lived in. 7 nights of the week, there's at least 5 to 6 clubs worth going to. 7 days of the week. You'd be hard-pressed pulling that off in New York City. And different zones have 3-4 different spots every day of the week. It's got major universities in the heart of the city. Right? This is one of the most influential cities, and you can come here and get lost in the lights just as come as you can come and become successful in them.
But do you think there's other markets out in the Midwest or Southern region that is
every market will blow if you build it? The one thing that Atlanta won't do for you is the one thing that's essential to be successful in the music business is fans. Living in Atlanta is not going to build you fans.
So, the fan part, is that the reason why you and Bigga did the little miniature tour when y'all would bring like many
when we do the street and greet tour, the street and greet tour, Bigga gives hope to the hopeless. So the whole premise behind the brand Real Nigga Radio is exactly that. If anybody has gotten a Real Nigga Radio mixtape and has gone left, they turned left after it was all said and done. They weren't. This is the realest brand in all of rap music.
But I mean, I don't know some artists that got signed that was in street meat.
Well, and we know some that have gone on and been super successful, and some haven't. You know, look at, Baby. The first time he ever touched a microphone was with us.
Yeah.
Dolph. Collision, Marlo, Dolph.
Who recently passed that was signed to QC?
Moneybag, Black Youngster. Bankroll Fresh. Lucci, YFN Trey.
But who just recently passed that was signed to QC and Young Money, Rich Gang. All I ever wanted was to get that moolah.
Oh, Greatness. Yeah, Young Greatness.
Young Greatness.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
He was on tour with y'all. So, I mean, Street and Me, y'all have opened the door to...
Bigga, I've been blessed to work with Bigga for so many years, and Bigga's been blessed to be the heartbeat of the ghetto. Bigga gives hope to the hopeless. So there's not a person in the game that doesn't come in the game that's a real street nigga that does not want the realest stamp in the game.
So do you feel like you and Bigga are the godfathers to the Southern or Midwest culture?
I don't even think Bigga believes that at all.
Why not?
We're nothing more than gatekeepers. Bigga doesn't, we don't attach ourselves to a winner and keep riding the wave. We get them on and keep them moving. Our roots are based in cementing ourselves as the foundation for it. We want to be, listen, some people are meant to throw the fucking game-winning touchdown. Some people are meant to catch it. Some people are going to run for it. Me and Bigga, we okay coaching our way there. We done sat in the game. How many fucking championship rings did Bill Belichick win as a player?
A lot.
As a player, 0. As a coach, a fuckload.
I was thinking coach.
Yeah. Jerry West, the logo. Lost more rings than he ever won. And that's the fucking logo of the NBA. I don't want to be remembered as this fucking motherfucker that did everything else. I'm going to change the game whether people want to remember me or not.
All I can do is respect that.
Bigga feels the same way, you know. We don't take pride in putting ourselves in a position to where motherfuckers feel we have some type of control or guidance, and the Godfather is, ain't nobody come in and pay respect to us. We're not asking for that.
Well, when I say Godfather, I mean a person that I think y'all dealt with all the DJs, y'all dealt with all the mixtape websites and been good with all of them, even DJ coalition teams.
Then I'm gonna say we've been blessed, bro. We're some of the OGs, if you will, that have been blessed in this game because we're still here. We can still maintain longevity. We can still go out and people still want to know how it is that we feel. People still want to know what's hot, what's not, what's relevant. When we walk into a room, they expect a certain level. When I walk into a DJ and I walk into a booth with an artist, they already come like, okay, this could be it. And that only comes because the last time they see me with the motherfucker that was it. And so we've been blessed to put ourselves in that situation. Now, keep in mind, it only happens because we outwork everybody because there's not enough money in it. There's not enough, I'm not going to sit here and tell there's not enough money in this business. If you don't wake up and do this shit because you want to do it, if you get into this shit because you think you're going to get rich, you're in for a rude fucking awakening. You're going to be fucking poor. You're going to take more L's than you're ever going to take W's. How you handle those L's is what's going to determine how much money you make. Because if the first time you take a L, you look like a motherfucking loser, bitch, ain't going to buy into shit you got going on. Because your favorite artist done took more L's than they've ever shook a W at. You feel me?
Yes.
You're gonna take L's after L after L. If this isn't what you want to do, if this isn't your addiction, don't do it. Write a book, chase butterflies, collect stamps, go fucking join the Peace Corps. You know what I'm saying? Go fucking fight. You know, go free the whales and whatever the fuck, bro. But this ain't it. Somebody today is gonna put a bullet in their fucking brain behind this business. Somebody today will catch a bullet in the brain behind this business today. In the world, somebody will die behind rap game today. Somebody will have spent their last bit of their rent money. Somebody would have fucked up their whole life savings. Somebody would have bought, hey man, we got Yo Gotti coming on fucking tour. I love your song. For $600, I think I got a 5-minute opening for you and we'll sell you 20 tickets. It's a motherfucker running the Western Union right now. I'm gonna go pay that money.
Yeah.
Right? So understand that I take this serious, not because I take it personal, but because I take it serious. This is the music business. This is how I feed my family. And if I think I do enough and my team does enough to educate people every day, if you're not following me, then that's your problem. I'm going to give you the game, and I'm going to show you how it works. That's the beautiful thing about what I do. I don't hide it. I'm going to show it to you. All you got to do is follow me. Follow suit. Wherever I'm at, show up before me. If I'm in your city, and you know I'm in your city, and you're supposed to be in your city, and the shit start at 1, what time do you think I'm going to be there, motherfucker?
12:30.
You need to be there before me. Because if not, I'm going to do you like I did in South by Southwest. I'm going to walk around at 7 o'clock in the morning and yell at the top of my motherfucking lungs and look for everybody out there. Because the only way that I will beat you is if I outwork you. as if I have more posters up with you, as if I pass out more CDs than you, if I create more awareness for my artist than you create for your artist.
Yeah,
if I use your artist to create awareness for my artist. How? Because anybody that takes a picture of your shit gonna take a picture of my shit. Anytime a bitch take a video or a picture of you, my shit gonna be in the motherfucking background. I will win, not because you allowed me to, but because I refuse not to. I'm not trying to beat nobody. I already won. I'm trying to establish a presence for my artists, and I think as DJs, as publicists, and as tastemakers, we forget that. I think we forget what we're doing it for. We're doing it for the artist. My success comes in the artist winning. So yes, I was just out there carrying the fucking backpack, and I'm gonna go out there and put up posters, and I'm gonna go out there and pass out CDs, and I'm gonna go out there and pass out flyers. Why? Because I expect them to. So how the fuck I'm gonna look them in the face and tell them go out there and work, and they don't see me working? They see me in the truck smoking gas. Type of leader you are. So all my guys will file out about mine. That's how we go.
1,000.
Yeah.
So, last few questions. If you could be a kung fu character, artist, anybody, who would you be and why?
Bruce Lee, the deadliest motherfucker on earth. No competition. Either that or Bolo. He was his nemesis in all the movies.
Bolo.
Bolo was that nigga, bro.
Who was Bolo?
Bolo, nigga, Bolo from
from
the Blood. Who's Bolo?
All those movies.
Wah, 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 wah. We gotta rewind on the Dojo Show. Do you know anything about Samurai Sunday?
Yeah.
Kung Fu Theater?
Yeah.
Then you know who Bolo is. Bolo was the nemesis in all of them joints, bro.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Bolo,
Yeah.
nigga. Bolo was the arch rival in every Kung Fu movie you've ever seen in your life, nigga. Bolo. If not Bruce Lee, Bolo. You know, in this business, bro, you either live long enough to become the hero and you're celebrated, or you become the hero and then you're hated and you become the villain. There's no riding off into the sunset, bro.
Got you.
The motherfuckers that live a peaceful life are the ones that do it behind the scenes. They don't have their face on nothing. They don't have their name on nothing. They just rule with an iron fist and fuck you if you don't like it. Deal with my lawyers. That's not my role in the music business.
Nah, I appreciate that. I really do.
Sure.
The culture of hip hop appreciates it. So before we slide out, you ate your Chinese food.
Come on with it.
Go ahead.
One of my in the dojo.
Yeah. So open the
In the
fortune
dojo
cookie
with Hadouken. I'm not gonna make the sound. You gotta make the sound. In the dojo with
Hadouken.
that nigga. That nigga. Nephew, I got this. Where's nephew at? Nephew said he wanted the fortune. I'm gonna bust it down with him. Hold on a second. This motherfucker here. Okay, bet.
Read it and give your opinion of what
All
the
right,
fortune
come on with it.
is.
Hold on a second.
You got lottery numbers?
Yes, it does, nephew. Lucky number 31, 20. I can't even give y'all the numbers. Well, I mean, by the time y'all seen this, motherfucker, we'd have been played in a won or lost. So 31, 20, 54, 6, 53, 32, and 3. A lot of 3s in there. Learn Chinese to work hard. That's already funny. Huh? Work hard. How ironic, right? Learn Chinese to work hard. Yang Gong. Hey, shit's gummy. Oh my God. A little gummy. Maybe a little stale. All right, go. I'm fat. Okay. You were interested in public service and would make an outstanding statesman. That's what I do for a living, bro. That's what I do for a living. I try to give back to the community as much as possible. I try to empower and I try to educate and I try to give people just like Bigga Rankin gave me a chance. An ex-convict piece of shit that should have never had anything in my life except a DC number or should be picking up somebody else's trash. He gave me a chance to be successful at something that I want to do. And I've been blessed to be able to put myself in a position to where I can help. I have a team that I'm able to help them provide for their families. And I'm able to help them establish their brands. And then they in turn can have a staff that provides for their families. And that's the kind of shit that I'm thankful for in this music thing more than anything else. I've lost everything I've ever loved. Everybody that I've ever loved, including my kids, my old lady, my family members, friends. I've lost and sacrificed it all. Because in this business, unless you sacrifice it all, you won't win nothing. And every day I have to atone for every sacrifice that I've made by paying it forward. If that makes any sense. That's how I feel better about what I've done in my life. About not being there for first steps or not being there to see kids or not being able to be there when when friends have had to bury family members. My atonement for that is I go out and I bust my ass every motherfucking day. So that the ones that are around me never have to worry about ever missing any of those moments in their life. Make sense? Promo Vatican, bro. That's what we do it for. My nigga.
100%. OG Kingpin Rap Juggernaut, I really do appreciate you coming into the Dojo Show, giving the knowledge. And
I'm gonna eat this motherfucking fortune cookie too. Nephew, you're gonna be an outstanding statesman one day.
We got it to the streets. We are the champions. DJ Hadouken. Art of the Streets, the Dojo Show. Take off.
We should play Street Fighter on here one day.
What's up? This is your girl, Miss Raindrop, and I'm rocking with the Dojo Show. Mwah.
Who it is, Trap Bigga, man? You already know what's going on. I'm rocking out with the Dojo Show. Yeah.
What's up? It's your girl, Ringy Bucci, and you know I'm rocking with the Dojo Show.
The Dojo Show. Art of the